Hey, it's Kalymnios here from thethoughtgym.com and welcome to today's video. This week I wanted to ask you whether you'd seen these campaigns that have been, well, they're certainly in London on the Underground, but maybe where you are as well, and that is about sitting being the new smoking. Have you seen these campaigns? I actually think it's quite a cool idea to be highlighting the fact that sitting can be as bad as smoking, if not worse so. In fact, the idea of physical inactivity has got so bad that the World Health Organization has put it as the 4th leading cause of death. And that's ahead of obesity. It's no laughing matter, sitting. We take it for granted. The thing is though, we are not designed to sit. We are creatures who are designed to move. And there has been a bit of a push towards things like standing desks in some progressive firms and even treadmill desks. And that does go some way to alleviating the problem. My view is that it's not just sitting, it's inactivity. So even if you're standing and you're standing still for like 8 hours a day, if that's possible, you're still not moving. And the human body is designed to move. It's designed to have periods of like sprint and climbing and rest and sleep. It's designed to do all of that. Crouching, sitting on the floor, so many different aspects that our bodies can move in. And when you're confined to either just sitting or standing, but sitting especially because that's more relatable for most of us, it has such a bad effect on the body. And this isn't just me here spouting this. This has been researched. In fact, in 2010, the American Cancer Society published in the Journal of Epidemiology a study which followed over 120,000 participants for over 13 years. And you know what their findings were? They found that women who were inactive and sat down for more than 6 hours a day were 94% more likely to die than women who were seated for less than 3 hours a day and were physically active. For men, that number was 48%, so it's not as bad, but still a significant increase. And you think, okay, I'm sitting for probably more than 6 hours a day, and if you're not active, and people sometimes say to me, well, Harry, look, I go to the gym 3 times a week and you know, I'm following all these government guidelines about exercise. Listen, it doesn't make a difference in my view, and you can challenge this if you want. If you're seated for 8 hours a day and you just spend 1 hour moving, that's still sitting down a hell of a lot. It's not enough. You need to be moving throughout the day. So how do we do this on a practical level? My advice is where you can move, simple as that. The tricks that I used to use, and I still use, is one, having a timer. So I have a timer on my computer which sets off every 25 minutes so that I can get up and then move for 5 minutes. And what I've got it set to is I've got an automatic music thing which will play Bob Marley's Get Up, Stand Up, and I keep just pressing that. And then for the length of the song, I either jump on my rebounder. If you don't know what a rebounder is, then check out the video that I'm posting here and you can see what a rebounder is. So I'll bounce on that for a bit, or I might walk, I might go and make a cup of tea, I might go and do some press ups, I might do some air squats, I might just move my body in a certain way. You can do anything. Depends where you are. Obviously, if you're in an office building, maybe you want to get up, walk around the building for like 2-3 minutes. The other thing that I used to do a lot of was, and I still do, is drink a lot of water. And by drinking a lot of water, it forces you, even if you haven't got this timer, to get up every so often and use the bathroom. And some people say to me, but you know, that's such a waste of time, or if I drink too much water, I'm gonna end up going to the toilet a lot. But that's a good thing. You wanna be getting up, you wanna be moving, you wanna be having these excuses to go and chat to people. So don't email your colleague who's around the corner, maybe go pop by their desk. If you're going up and down a couple of flights of steps to your meetings, that's gonna be better than waiting for the lift. I used to see people take lifts for just like 1 or 2 flights. I mean, this is ridiculous, guys. We have to take a stand here, literally and figuratively, about this idea about sitting down, inactivity. Even if you're standing, even if you've got a standing desk but you're not doing much else. I mean, standing is going to be better than sitting, but the idea is that you want to be moving. You want that body to be moving in different planes of motion as well. So even if you're on a treadmill desk, which is great as well, by the way, it's still only one plane of motion. So you want to be able to be a bit more dynamic, a bit more fluid, and move in different planes of motion as well, and just have this idea, this mentality that you need to be moving whenever you can. Remember, we are not designed to be sedentary. We're not designed to be inactive. We're not designed to sit at a desk for 8 hours a day, sit in a car for another hour or so, or a tube getting home, sit in front of the TV for another 2 hours, sit and have dinner, go and lie down and sleep. Where are we moving in the 24 hours a day? We're not moving anywhere. In fact, this is really interesting. I've got one of these little pedometer things on my wrist, which I'm still undecided about in terms of the accuracy of these, and also in terms of the kind of dangers with having like a Bluetooth enabled thing constantly on your wrist. But for a short period of time, it's worth getting one just to experiment. And what I found quite interesting was when a friend came to visit, and he was from the country actually. I say the country, was from Devon. But he had a pedometer thing on his phone. And what he noticed, that he doesn't really walk a lot. He gets literally out of his house, into his car, drives to the office, spends all day at the office, gets back in the car, drives home again. And he was doing like around 6,000 steps a day, 5,000 steps a day, something like that. And he came and visited me, and you see the graph, and it was like this, like this, like this. And then when he came and visited me, it just shot up. And you know, granted, that day we did walk about a bit and we did like 20-odd thousand steps, but my average day is somewhere between 12 and 14,000 steps a day, and that can be without even having to move too far from my office, because I make a point of moving a lot when I'm in and around the office. So I'm not actually walking these long commutes that a lot of people do. And this is the thing, is that you need to have a benchmark about how much you are moving, because if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. So it's a good idea to understand, even in the short term, maybe you take one of these things for a week and see how much you're moving and up it. You want to be getting at least 10 or 12,000 steps a day. The government says 10,000, I say 12,000, and I also say get that spread throughout the day, not just in one go. All right, I've ranted on enough about this, but just be so acutely aware that sitting is apparently the new smoking, but even if it weren't, it is phenomenally bad for you. The fact of the matter is, we're not designed to sit. Common sense tells us that. Find every opportunity you can to move, whether that's standing at a desk, whether that's crouching, whether that's doing squats every 10 minutes, whatever it is, find an opportunity that works for you to move. All right, I've ranted on enough about that this week. I'm just so passionate about getting people to move, because it's such a simple thing that can be done, which can help so many issues. That's all for this week. I want you to focus on moving this week, focus on moving your body, find opportunities to move whenever you can, as often as you can. Let me know how you get on by putting a comment in the comment section below. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks and ideas that are going to help improve your life. Until next time, have a fantastic week. I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye bye.